Just be out with us
to Gaia, Portugal. It is one of the easiest trips you can do from Porto. It's just across Dom Luiz Bridge, which takes just a few minutes.
Yes, the direction we're walking now, we're walking towards Gaia, and right behind us is Porto.
This is awesome, and Gaia is a really popular spot for wine cellars and wine tasting. So this is a travel guide for Gaia. If you're watching it, you're probably traveling to Porto, which you need to check out our Porto travel guide, complete Porto travel guide, and all the things to do in Porto. If you're new to our channel, my name is Irina.
And I am Devon.
And we are
Just Be Out.
We travel the world full time creating informative travel videos to help you get the most out of your vacation. So let's go and explore Gaia with us.
Just be out with us. As we're heading over to the Gaia side, right behind me, you notice there's a mass of people in that park. Now, that's actually a very special place because every evening, weather permitting, of course, everyone goes there to catch the sunset. And it's an unobstructed view of the sun actually setting over the city, and it's absolutely beautiful. But not only that, not sure if you know, but here in Porto, you're allowed to drink on the streets. So a lot of people get their wines, they get their snacks, they go over there and they just wait for the sunset to happen. While they're drinking, there's usually performers out there as well. So it's a really cool vibe and it's a must you check it out.
Right next to the bridge, there is a 17th century monastery. And you can come and visit the monastery. It is open till 6:30 p.m. But besides that, right behind me, by the way, there is a church. If you don't want to visit the monastery, right now I am on a terrace overlooking Douro River. You can see the views of Gaia, you can see the views of Porto, the famous Dom Luiz Bridge. So here you can enjoy an unobstructed view of the sunset, the bridge, and right below this monastery there is also a path where you can just take a stroll along Douro River. Just like Porto, there are two levels to explore Gaia. One is on top, here on top of the hill, and the Riviera down below, or the riverside. So if you're starting with the riverside first, you can easily take these stairs and come enjoy the sunset up on the hill, or if you started here from the top, you can easily make your way down the steps to the riverside. Now let's talk about what is Gaia and why it is so popular. Well, the full name is Vila Nova de Gaia, and yes, it is a separate city, even though it is just across this bridge, Dom Luiz Bridge, and across Douro River, and it might feel like this is just an extension of Porto, but no, it is a separate city. So back in the days, it was cheaper to bring the wine here to Gaia's side opposed to Porto side, and all the wine from Douro Valley was brought here to Gaia by this type of boats, and that's why here in Gaia you will find a lot of wine cellars. This is where the wine was aged, fortified, and bottled. And right now on Gaia side you will find over 60 wine cellars, and about 20 of them are publicly available. So we are now on the riverside, the Riviera. Gaia also has the riverside just like Porto, lined with restaurants, and the difference is with wine cellars. Different wine cellars offer you different tours, wine tasting options. Some come with snacks, some just with 2 wine options, some even up to 4. So most tourists come here to the riverside to explore the wine cellars. All the port wine must come from Douro Valley, and that is the only way it would be called port wine if it comes from Douro Valley. even though it's not even located in port, the cellars, right? It's located in Gaia. Gaia is the place to go for all your wine tastings. The walk here on the riverside is very enjoyable. You can find lots of street vendors. They have some on the tables, some just spread out on the floor. There is a lively atmosphere, music playing, and here from this side you can also take some river cruises. There are a lot of river cruises offered. If you walk a little bit further away from the bridge, you will see a lot of larger boats. You can do a day trip or half a day trip to Douro Valley, where they bring you on the cruise through Douro River to Douro Valley for either half a day, do wine vineyard tour and wine tasting, allow you some time to walk around Douro Valley and bring you back on the cruise. And there are also some smaller cruises that just do sightseeing, where you can just go for an hour up and down the river and come back here. Located on the riverside of Gaia, you can find the oldest wine cellar. It's called Kopke. It is the first wine cellar here in Gaia, and here you can do wine tasting and wine pairing as well. Here on Gaia side, you can also do a really cool activity, Teleferico da Gaia, or a cable car. It goes from down on the bottom of Riviera and goes up the hill where we were at the beginning of this video. Now the ride is really quick, but the views of the Douro River and Gaia side and Porto sides are very beautiful. The ride is €6 one way or €9 round trip, or if you have a student ID, it will be even cheaper for you. By the lower end of Teleferico de Gaia, you will find an awesome craft market, which is open every day from 10 to 7. You will find a lot of handmade stuff made out of cork. Portugal is the world's largest producer of cork, so here you can find a lot of really awesome crafts made out of cork. Be sure to check it out. Once you go past the wine cellars, you will find plenty of restaurants on the riverside overlooking Porto City, where you can dine, enjoy the views, and they have a lot of live entertainment. They have DJ bands. We see a lot of people dancing on the outdoor deck. It looks like a lot of fun. Casa Portuguesa is located on Gaia Riverside. The store is like a museum and a theater at the same time. They specialize in pastel de bacalhau. It is a traditional Portuguese pastry made with mashed potatoes and cod fish. This incredible two-story themed store has a giant bookshelf, 2 spiral staircases, and an actual organ with live performances and singing. We highly recommend stopping by for a treat. Just a block away from the Riviera, you will find this amazing art piece. This is Half Rabbit. Takes up the entire corner of the building. It is made out of rubbish and broken garbage, car parts, and you can see Half Rabbit on one side of the building and on the other, and from the corner you will see a full rabbit. The latest addition to Gaia is WOW Cultural Center or Cultural District. WOW stands for World of Wine, and of course Porto and Gaia is all about wine. So the owners of Yetman Hotel, which is located right behind WOW, it is a 5-star hotel. They decided to create this district to bring more awareness to wine production, and that's why inside of this cultural district you will find 7 experiences, or they actually call them the experiences, but they are museums with interactive exhibitions, and some of them also offer wine tastings. We will go inside to see a little bit more what kind of experiences they have to offer. You do have to pay for the experiences starting from €17 to €25, but to enter the district it is free. You can walk around. There are lots of shops inside, cafes, coffee shops, bars, restaurants. And of course, we are right now on a terrace because Gaia is very hilly, so all the buildings go on top of the hills, and Oahu is not an exception. So we are right now on a terrace overlooking beautiful scenery of Gaia. You can see beautiful view of Dam Luiz Bridge. On the other side, you can see views of Porto and a little bit of Douro River. The museums close about at 6 or 6:30, but the restaurants, they open till 11 p.m. And right here on the terrace, especially summertime, they do a lot of events, the music playing, parties, people dancing. So it is really fun to visit. Now let's go inside and explore. One of the experiences that you can do at Oahu is Planet Cork, and you would think, okay, everything here is about wine, so that would make sense to do a museum about Cork. But actually, it's not just because of wine. Portugal is #1 producer of cork, and that is why it makes sense to make a cork museum. Another experience you can do is the wine experience, of course. Here you would learn everything about how the wine is being grown and produced, and you can do wine tasting here. The most expensive experience is the Pink Palace. It is 25 euros, and it is so for a reason. Not only you get to learn how the pink Porto wine is being produced, but also you get to sample 5 different varieties of pink Porto Rosé wine. One of the experiences here at Oahu Cultural Center is the chocolate museum or chocolate experience. The entrance is 17 euros, or if you buy a combo, it will be cheaper. So upon entering, you will go through the museum. They will tell you what chocolates also pair with wine, with their port wine. You can exit through their chocolate store or store with souvenirs, and we are now at Vinte coffee shop, where you can have some coffee, wine, and their signature chocolate. The fun fact is Vinte means 2020 because cacao only grows 20 degrees north and south of the equator. So Portugal does not grow their own cacao, but they do have a special way of manufacturing cacao. So they import the cacao, and they have a special way of making chocolate, which brings all the flavors and makes the flavors of the chocolate much stronger. Gaia is more of a residential neighborhood, so the Yetman Hotel is pretty much the furthest point of the touristy place where you can actually walk in here anywhere to Gaia and to Porto. It has 120 rooms, and every room has a stunning view of Gaia, Porto, and the Douro River. And across from the Yetman Hotel, you can find one of the oldest wine cellars, Taylor's.
When coming to Gaia, we suggest actually coming for a full day. This way you can experience everything that Gaia has to offer.
And we are actually staying here at Gaia, and all the major hotels and Airbnbs are located just 10-minute walk from the bridge, and the walk is super pleasant. If you go up the hill, the views are beautiful, and the riverside is gorgeous. Every time we come back from the historic center of Porto, we go across the bridge.
Yes, vendors line the streets, and of course drinking everywhere, and most importantly, it feels very safe while we're here.
This is it for our complete Gaia travel guide. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click like. It really helps out a lot. And if you want to see more Portugal content, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Obrigado for watching, and just be out with us.